Coming up, it's Rob on the Road, Animal Adventures.
Come here. Calling all animal lovers. Food on top.
All right, hang on tight. We're at Safari West, taking you on an African safari.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's right.
Plus,
Morning wild elephant seals.
go with us to Año Nuevo State Park, inside one of the world's largest elephant seal colonies. We'll take you as close as you can get. And later,
You got a strong pull, too.
we feed the giraffes at the Sacramento Zoo with a lifelong animal advocate and Hollywood legend.
I think if the animals could say something to you, they'd say thank you for being my friend.
Oh, I love it.
Even the ostriches are dancing for joy, ready for animal adventures.
That's coming up. Rob on the Road.
It's Rob on the Road, discovering the stories that capture the unique spirit of Northern California. Here's KVIE's Rob Stewart.
Hi there, I'm Rob Stewart, and welcome to Rob on the Road Animal Adventures. You know, Northern California has some of the most exciting animal experiences than really anywhere else in the world, one of which is where I am right now, Año Nuevo State Park, home to one of the world's largest elephant seal colonies. Wait till you see these things coming up. We'll explore for you. But first, did you know there is an African safari right in the middle of wine country? We begin with Safari West. And we are off and running here at Safari West. This is our guide, Richard Horgan here. And this is really hard to put into words. I cannot believe we just pulled out of wine country into an African safari. Richard, good to see you.
Nice to see you, too. Welcome to Safari West.
It's amazing. I can't believe that. I mean, look at this right here. This giraffe is just right 10 feet from us. This is an experience.
This is a reticulated giraffe. This is a big, large male giraffe, and usually the male giraffes are much larger than the females we have up here. A male giraffe can get up to about 20 feet tall and weigh about 4,000 pounds. These are the two males that we have here, Bulldozer and Tucson, two males that right now hang out together quite a bit. He kind of learns from the older one. He kind of learns how to act.
Look at them just staring at us. What an experience. And so the one on the right is 8. The one on the left is 3.
Is a little younger than 3 years old, but a big difference in their size. And of course, the younger one has a lot of growing to do.
What's this to the left? Is that a turkey?
No, that's these guys are running all over the place. Those are ghost-faced helmeted guinea hen, and they're a little bit like African chickens. They run all over the property.
And they're talking to us.
They do. They're very noisy, and in fact, I've been told that they make great watchdogs because they will certainly alert you when you are walking up next to them. And they kind of run around up here, as you can see. They follow each other.
Oh, look at this. They're running up along the fence here now at the bottom. What really catches me immediately is that I really feel like we're in a real safari.
Yeah, you know, wide open space. Even as we leave this area, you'll see other areas that are even more opened up than this. We have about 400 acres up here.
And Richard, this is something that people get to do when they come here?
Yeah, what will happen is that the giraffes, again, out of curiosity, they will come up to the Jeep sometimes and they will walk around the Jeeps and they will actually sometimes visit.
And so there's also, what, more than 400 animals here?
Yeah, between the animals and the birds up here, there are definitely more than 400 birds and animals up here, absolutely, yeah. And some of them are in this area up here, and some of them we have to travel up into the hills above this area, and we have to drive up in bumpy, rough hills.
So let's go find them. How about that?
All right.
All right, let's go. So Richard, now we're heading up to the rhinos.
Yes, we are.
This is so cute. We just pulled up to these 2 rhinos. They're a couple and they've been together forever, right?
Yeah, this is Mufasa and Aisha, and they have been together for a very long time. They're about 7-year-old rhinos, and
husband and wife?
Husband and wife. They play around out here quite a bit. They can be very playful at times. You'd be surprised on how playful rhinos are sometimes.
Yeah, they're awfully calm right now.
Been crossing our fingers, hoping that our female's pregnant.
Because that would be the first in Sonoma County to be born.
It would be. I can't imagine there's ever been a rhino born in Sonoma County before.
What are we looking at here?
This is a Cape buffalo. This is in the top 5 of the most dangerous animals in Africa. They're considered the big 5, and they're in the same group of animals with leopards, lions, elephants, and rhinos. And this is about as close as you're ever going to get to an animal this dangerous.
Wow. Uh-oh. Are we okay?
Yep.
Somebody's not. Well, hello. We know your boss, don't worry. And these are wildebeest?
These are blue wildebeest, and this is another one of my favorite spots up here. I come up here and I can look down through the valley here, and the animals that are laying or sitting or running around in here make a nice picturesque type of a setting with the water in the background. And we have our adults down there, and we have a young baby wildebeest down there as well, and that's about a 3-month-old baby wildebeest down there.
This is a breathtaking view. So we're going to see the zebras?
We're hoping we'll find them up here. We're going to climb up the hill and take a look for them.
Well, we found the zebras. There's more than a dozen of them.
Everyone likes to see the zebras. The zebras are definitely a special animal to see up here, and we always make sure we try to get you up here and get a look at them. And right now with the babies, that's even more special to come up here.
And I must say that as many times as I've seen zebras, I've never felt this close to them.
Well, when you come up here to Safari West, you can actually park right next to an animal, and these animals aren't necessarily going to take off and run from you. So you can park the Jeep that you drive up in, sit right next to them, take pictures of them, and watch them, how they interact with each other, watch them eat, and you can see babies that are brand new. These are brand new babies up here.
The babies are just precious.
You get up here, you get above everything else, and although you are in Sonoma County up here, there's something special about being up here and bringing the guests up here and allowing them to sit up here in the quiet for a period of time and enjoy just watching the animals. And we get to meet a lot of people from all over the world. We have people that come from all different countries and all different parts of the United States, and you get to meet and talk with them, and you get to talk about, for me, I get to talk about something I enjoy talking about, and I get to be outside and work outside every day, so it's absolutely an enjoyable
You seem like you love your job.
Yes, absolutely, I do. Most of us do up here, yes.
Well, thank you so much.
We wouldn't be up here if we didn't.
Richard Horgan, this has been fantastic. A wonderful experience here in Safari West in Sonoma County.
Want to get even closer to giraffes? Check out the Sacramento Zoo, where I recently fed the giraffes and caught up with a lifelong animal supporter and a Hollywood living legend.
And we are standing here. We have a treat for you today with the reigning queen of comedy. It is Betty White at the Sacramento Zoo. Betty, good to see you.
Oh, well, good to see you, and I love this time of night at the zoo. Listen to all the noises.
You hear the animals calling because they're welcoming you.
That's right. I called them earlier that I was coming.
Gave them a heads up. Betty, you were famous for so many fantastic roles. Golden Girls. I could go on and on and on. Recently, The Proposal,
Sweet.
which was absolutely hysterical.
Well, we had a good time.
I see that. And as comedic as you are, you're very serious about your love for animals.
Oh, I think one of the biggest blessings in life is to be blessed with a passion. I mean, something that you really care about never fails to interest you, never fails to preoccupy you. And I've been blessed with the love of animals.
Now, Betty, you've been acting for over 60 years.
62.
62 years.
62.
And how long have you been passionate about animals?
Well, since the womb, at least, and probably
So
before
3 years.
that. Yes.
Right?
It's always been a passion because I was blessed with a mother and dad who loved them as much as I. They know the source. And I've been also blessed with having an appreciation for the modern zoo. There are a lot of people who don't appreciate zoos, and they equate them with when zoos first started, which was for all the wrong reasons. It was a menagerie just to show people. But now the zoo communities work so hard to perpetuate species, and not only that, but one of the big problems with captive animals is boredom. So there are whole behavioral crews who do things to keep the animals interested, to keep them investigating. Without zoos, we would be without so many species on this planet.
What is the connection for you, Betty, with animals?
It's the endless fascination with the variety of creatures. How people can't be interested in nature with the variety in animals, birds, plants, insects, I mean, it's a world you can't live long enough to see it all, and I just find it eternally fascinating. And I just saw your beautiful new giraffe exhibit.
What did you think about feeding the giraffes? I was up there with you.
Oh well, and I had the big guy's head over here, and oh, they are so dear.
So in honor of the Golden Girls theme song, I think if the animals could say something to you, they'd say thank you for being my friend.
Oh, I love it. Thank
You look
you.
fantastic, Betty.
Oh, I bet I do. I got on the plane at 6 o'clock this morning
Oh my
in
goodness.
Los Angeles.
Well, you look great. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for joining us here
Oh,
on
thank
Rob on the
you.
Road.
Come out and see the zoo.
Yes.
Still ahead on Rob on the Road Animal Adventures.
And look at this, Ranger. This is another one of the experiences. See how close people get to these giant elephant seals.
Yeah.
Where else can you find that?
Next, close encounters with giant elephant seals. And later, saddle up for a trip to the Wild Horse Sanctuary.
This is our cabin here at the Wild Horse Sanctuary. And right outside of our door, look, 2 wild horses.
You know, once in a while you take a little side trip, and it's nice when you're out doing it. This one you'll remember.
Plus,
They come here to spend their last days in peace and dignity. A lot of dignity, huh, Wanda? Yes, because we love you.
You really do love them. I can see the connection.
you'll connect with rescued elephants at Ark 2000, spending their golden years in peace and at play.
Here you go.
Oh, good. He's got
Oh
the
my gosh.
corner.
There you go. And we're back now at Año Nuevo State Park in Pescadero, California, home to thousands of these huge elephant seals. This one is sleeping and I do not want to wake him up. Today we're taking you on a 3-mile tour to get you up close and personal with these massive animals. We're right here in the middle of this group of elephant seal pups to tell you all about this fascinating place here with Ranger Ziad Vawarshi. Good to see you.
See you, Rob.
Thanks for having us.
Oh,
And
you're
it's
more than welcome.
amazing that we're just an hour or so south of San Francisco.
That's correct, yeah. You guys are here at Año Nuevo State Reserve out at Año Point, where thousands of elephant seals will conjugate every winter for the breeding cycle.
All right, let's go see some seals. How many are out here?
Right now, at the peak of the season, we have about close to 4,000 elephant seals between the adult males, females, pups, and the wean pups.
How close can we get? Because we're pretty close right now.
Yeah, you know, we can get within about 25 feet before they start reacting to us.
Meaning charge?
Not so much charge, but just get uncomfortable and have to move their positions, you know. Our role here is to kind of balance the protection of the seals with the visitor's interest in understanding more about them.
So Ranger, this is a good example of the harems with the bull.
Correct.
Tell me about these.
So you'll notice at least 4 different clusters of animals, and each cluster consists of mostly females with their pups nursing, and then at least one dominant bull that's right in the center of the group.
That noise that sounds like knocking was actually one of the males, right?
Exactly. Yeah, if you look over there, he's moving now.
Oh yeah, he's coming this way.
And so that's about the size of an alpha male, and what he was doing is what we call a threat call.
To us?
Not to us, to other elephant seal males. And he will oftentimes just rear his head and vocalize, and you can see exactly what's happening. That bull that's to the left was a little too close to the harem, and he felt he wanted to get him out of the picture. So, you know, to conserve energy, they've got this great vocalization, and they can rear up and send out that sound in hopes that that bull will react and leave.
And people get to come right here and see this year-round. Tours come through here. Talk about an animal adventure. This is one.
I'd agree. Yeah, this is one of the few places around where you can get right in the middle, practically, of a rookery. For animals this size, you know, males 4,000 or 5,000 pounds, females be 1,500 pounds. The whole nursing and mating and fighting rituals that go through, and people are right there witnessing what's going on.
To make that in size for you, 4,000 or 5,000 pounds would be like an SUV.
Like about the size of an
1,500 pounds would be like a cow. How long can these animals live?
The males have a shorter lifespan. They'll go to 15, 16 years old. The females will go into their early 20s.
And if I'm not mistaken, in the 1800s, these elephant seals were considered extinct?
They thought they had lost the species, yeah.
Wow.
And so they did find a small group on a remote island off of Baja, and from, we think, under 100 individuals, we have now about 180,000 elephant seals.
On the tour on the way up here, because that's one of the really cool things about this experience, is the interactive tour, walking out here to get to all of the locations. You learn a lot.
In essence, the poor female is either always pregnant or nursing through her entire, once she reaches adulthood and a maturity at the age of about 3.
So right here we have a couple weaned pups. We'll stop right here and take a look at these guys. And so these animals are anywhere between 30 and I'd say 70 days old.
That's it?
Yeah.
Boy, they grow fast.
They grow fast. They're putting on a lot of weight. At birth, they're about 60 pounds, and they nurse with their mom for about 28 days. In that 28 days, they're quadruple their weight.
And it's interesting because so many of, gosh, there's a huge one right there too. So many of these elephant seals will go, as you said, halfway to Japan and come back right to the same spot next year.
Yeah, that's what's unique amongst this animal. I mean, they're probably one of the longest migratory animals in the world. They'll cover 10,000 miles in a year in that migration twice a year.
That elephant seal is looking at us. Should we move?
You could probably care less about us, but yeah, we can get going to our next
All right, great, let's go. So how fast can these animals run or move?
On sand, they can move faster than us.
Wow.
So I'm guessing at full speed, 10, 15 miles an hour. Now it's for a short distance. Really, outside of Africa, this is probably one of the greatest wildlife experiences. The birds, you know, there were 350 species of birds inside of here. So it's really kind of the uniqueness, its proximity to such metropolitan area, and you can still get away and, you know, experience a wild place. And you see that in the visitors' faces, and obviously the staff is always in awe of the place. I can't think of any other location in California that you get this type of view.
It's one of those places where you go and you forget about everything else going on in your life, you know?
Yeah, and I think in this day and age, people need that. And so, you know, more than ever, this place has become popular, and we think it's great.
One of the reasons why we did this show is because we wanted to show people that there's so many wonderful things right in your own backyard in California to do. I mean, just look right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got a pretty cool job.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all. No, I'll be here for a while.
Ziad Borshi, so good to see you.
Oh,
Thank you for having us here
Thanks for coming out.
at Año Nuevo State Park. And we move now from elephant seals to an elephant rescue mission. We go now to San Andreas to Paws Ark 2000.
Rob, you're in elephant land now.
You got that right. This is amazing. This is Pat Derby, co-founder of Paws here. And this is an animal rescue operation in full swing.
Yes, yes. Wanda came to us from Detroit Zoo.
This is Wanda the elephant.
Wanda the elephant. Wanda has suffered all of her life from really chronic foot problems. She was in a circus. Wanda's had a rough life.
And she puts her foot right up here.
Yes.
To have her foot worked on, which is one of the many things you do here when you rescue elephants.
Right.
From where? Where do you get all these rescued elephants?
We're contacted from all over the world. Right now we're working on an elephant who's alone in a zoo in Canada.
Can we give him a treat?
Sure.
Come here, Wanda. Hey, baby.
Right there.
How cute.
All right. Good girl, Wanda. You're a good girl.
A hungry little thing. Well, you have 9 elephants here
Yes.
on your property right now.
Right.
So there's a few more down the hill, is that right?
Yes, we're gonna go see them.
All right, let's go see them now.
All right.
And so, Pat, there's 4 more here eating bamboo.
Yes.
Tell me about these.
These are African elephants, and let's toss the bamboo in.
Toss it, okay.
Right.
So we stay further back from these.
Right, yes.
Oh, you see why. That trunk's pretty strong.
Yes. Okay, we're going out to see Rebecca.
I can't believe we crossed the fence.
Yeah.
And you say you're like Rebecca's mom now.
Yes, I'm her mom. Actually, they all treat me like mom. They understand there's a respect for me. They have an incredible respect for age. The matriarch is always the oldest. You get their unconditional love and support and trust.
You said that it all begins with an elephant.
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Well, from the moment I was born, I had a fascination with elephants. I think I'm part elephant. I don't know. I know I'm most comfortable when I'm with them. Becky! Hello! I've brought you lunch. That's Mama's baby girl.
Her tail's wagging just like a happy dog.
Do you want some cherries?
And this is something people can do, come out here and see the elephants.
Right. We take them in here. Of course, we don't let them get this close.
Yeah, so this is a treat.
They're so forgiving and they're so in the moment. It's their philosophy, I think, is I'm here. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to enjoy and savor every moment.
What a lesson for life.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Northern California is home to thousands of horses and even a safe haven for wild horses to roam free. We're giving you a front row seat.
I'm whispering today because we're in Shingletown, California, and these are wild horses. I'm here with Diane Nelson, who is co-founder and runs the Wild Horse Sanctuary. Good to see you.
Thank you for coming.
We, of course, will move if they all start getting a little bit closer, but this is unbelievable, the Wild Horse Sanctuary here that you run to protect wild horses. Tell me about it.
Well, over 30 years ago, when the government first started catching wild horses, there were not enough people coming forward or even knew about the program. So at the end of one of our contracts to remove horses from the Modoc National Forest, 80 horses were going to be shot and buried. And that was just more than we could stomach. So we said, we'll take them.
I cannot believe we're standing this close to wild horses.
They never underestimate the power of food. If you tried to touch them, they would move away, or, you know, like when we have to sort them to take the babies off, you see they truly are wild.
Standing here talking to you, I can't help but think of the word sanctuary.
That's what we try to be. I've had people say that it's as much a sanctuary for people too, though, because in today's hectic world, I think we all would like to be able to have a piece of life like they do, you know, some freedom to be themselves. And just enough food. They're not looking for more, they just need enough. And I want to learn to rope and to ride and just ride your pony out there in the hills, and we get to do it here with these guys.
You must feel incredibly blessed.
I do. I always loved horses, and the idea that at this point in my life I'd be taken care of as many as I have, but I feel blessed to have people who care.
Do I see tears in your eyes?
A little bit. Like you said, I feel blessed. I really do. I just have always loved them. I don't know why people have a passion for what they do, but I love history. I think about the pioneers, and sometimes I wish I had been able to be one of them.
Well, I'll tell you, here at the Wild Horse Sanctuary, you are a pioneer in your own way.
Thank you.
Diane Nelson, thank you so much.
Thank
what a
you.
pleasure. This is so cool. I mean, they're just everywhere. They're right over there.
And that's going to do it for us this time. Thank you for watching Rob on the Road Animal Adventures. Check out all of our videos at kvie.org/Rob on the Road. We'll see you next time right here on Rob on the Road. And I'm getting out of here because that alpha elephant seal weighs a ton and is asleep. This is Tula. She's 8 years old. This is a first here at Safari West. This has never happened before. They brought Tula out for us and put her up on this Jeep so you can have a look. He's up there looking for an elephant seal to see if it's safe for us to go through. How is it?
We're gonna have to go around.
Why can't we go that way?
There's elephant seals in the way. Unfortunately, they dictate where we go around here.
That's fine with me.
To order a DVD copy of this program, call 888-814-3923 or visit kvie.org/viewfinder.